Hi everyone, my name is Aditya, and I am here today with episode 2 on my channel. I'll be talking to a club president of Great Lakes Institute of Management, Gurgaon. I know him personally as well. We have had a chance to work together as well, and I am a very huge fan again because the kind of person I am now, calling on my channel, they all have been very close to me, and I have had a chance to work with them, so I understand. I was again a huge fan of the determination and the kind of contribution that he has made towards the club, and not only club actually, he has also contributed a lot to the institute as well. So welcome, Somajit. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah, fine, fine, Aditya. How are you?
I am also good. How are you doing? The college got over. Yeah, you must be sitting home,
Yeah,
right? Your joining is in next month, right?
yeah. I'm going through the onboarding processes and all
Yeah, so
for
having
that.
good time at home after a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
time because
Very good time with my family members and my homies.
yeah, exactly. Because last 1 year, the way it has gone, I mean, we had actually no gap to go back and do things right. So this is the
Yeah,
time, enjoy it. And I am so unfortunate, Soumyaji, that I didn't get the time chance actually. On the 4th of this month, the college got over, or 4th I left, right? And 5th I had a joining. So no place
I
actually.
think you are fortunate enough. You are not unfortunate, but you are fortunate enough.
Yeah, so there are
It's a
pros
busy
and cons
schedule
to
for
it.
you.
Yeah. So actually, yeah, I wanted to go and work. So obviously, okay, that's also, I would welcome you on my channel. Thank you so much for your time. And I really appreciate that you will be sharing your insights, your experience over here, and that will benefit a lot of students, folks, whosoever that they'll come across this channel. All right, so introduction happened. So now I'll go to the question directly as he's been the president of the club. So first question, I would start with the short introduction of yours, Soumyajit. You can introduce yourself, what you were doing pre-MBA, and how did you choose Great Lakes, and how this journey happened actually. Over to you.
Yeah, so I was working in Cognizant as an associate. So thereafter, I was in a team. So I was leading a team, a cross-functional team of around 8 to 10 members. So there I realized that from the technical knowledges that I have, but I need to do something extra to gain the business acumen. So for that reason only, I opt for going to MBA. And in MBA, I was particularly looking for a 1 year program because it's an accelerated course. We don't have to go through this all the course that PGDM guys have to go as a fresher.
Yeah.
So by that only, I came to know that PGPM Great Lakes is having a flagship program of PGPM. So that's how I came to know, and I opted for it, and I gave the interviews and all, and I got selected to the Gurgaon campus. And after that, this MBA has been really a very exciting journey with all the folks, with all the faculties, and the experience we had this 1 year. You also know, Aditya.
Yeah.
It's been a huge transformational journey for us.
Of course,
So yeah,
100%.
after that, after that, we also got into good placements to the consulting firms and the
Yeah.
renowned firms as well. So yeah, it's a good experience. I would rather say it's a lifetime experience for all
True
of
there,
us.
100%. And also, the kind of life that we have lived, you have lived, right? So it was not only into academics, so you were actually, and that is what we are going to talk about also. Yeah. So it was truly a
Yeah,
transformation journey that.
yeah, yeah. And these clubs and committees, they have all gave us a platform to discover ourselves,
Yeah.
something to write, something to tell us
Yeah.
to the juniors as well to share our experience. So
Yeah.
it's been a great journey.
Yeah. Great to hear that. And when we are talking about clubs and committees, being you being the president, I have a quick question that what motivated you to go to any clubs or any committee, and then you also become a president, of course, that's another story. But what motivated you? What was your thought process to choose for this? And because what happens, Soumyajit, a lot of folks they just think that 1 year program that I have, I won't have that much time to devote to, so they stay away from these. But you took up this role and it took up very differently, made a lot of impact. I know that personally, institute knows it. So how did it happen? What motivated you to come here? Yeah, over to you.
Um, with personally speaking, but the motivation behind taking up this role was coming from inside only because from right from my school days, I had been school captain. Then I had been the seer in the placement committees of my undergraduates. So for that, I continued the streak. So for that reason, when I got into the college, I saw that there are lot of domain clubs like finance, Finception, Marquest, and
Oh, yeah.
strategist and all.
Yeah.
But the thing which struck my mind is that there are several domain focused clubs, but there was a clear gap when it came to a human connection or creativity or some emotional expression. So I wanted to build something that broke the mold
Yeah.
and it should be a relief point for the B school students as well so that they can show their creativity, their knowledge about the different domains outside of this academics. So that is how I landed up in this club. And especially talking about this, when I got into the institute, the
Mhm.
club didn't even exist
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
the it was one of the right from the inception we were all there. So yeah, this only motivated me to do something new and something zara hatke from
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
original or the from the predefined paths. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
I'll,
I
I'll,
hope you all had enjoyed this club activities as well.
100%, and I had a conversation with the marketing team and some other folks as well, that they have really shaped this club, in a different way, right? I just to add on it, I just want to tell you the viewers, actually, he was talking about he's been the founding member of this club. This club was not in existence, the last year only it came into existence, and he was handling a huge team. I mean, they have had, I think, 20 people, approx 20 people must be there, right?
Total 38. Total
38
38.
people, 38 people in that club, right? And they have organized good events. I mean, that section war was so, phenomenal for me. That was outstanding. I could not attend that because I was out of station and, I was not in the
Yeah.
campus. But I really missed those. When I was looking on the stories coming up on Instagram, I was like, oh, I had, I had to be there any which ways. Yeah, so that kind of thing. So the folks who have this kind of, mental blockage, I would say that 1 year program, so many things to do. Why would I choose club and committees? I think that's really something that Somajit talked about. You discover yourself. That should be the motto, In whatever way you contribute to it, I think it lets you discover yourself, right?
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. So now moving ahead. Um, So I just want to understand, what does a club president actually do behind the scenes? What are the roles and responsibilities? So just by your lens, what you've gone through, you can enlighten us, Somajit.
Um, See, this club president, the tag itself is a very heavy weight. Okay.
Uh,
So it behind the scenes, it's a lot more than what meets the eye. Because as a club president, uh, if I talk about myself, I was responsible for the strategic planning of the
hmm,
event, for the
hmm,
vision, for the mission, and the roadmap of the club. Because it was the new club, we were building it from the scratch.
hmm.
So I have to get some vision, mission for
Yeah,
them to
yeah,
follow,
yeah,
to leave behind a legacy. Then, secondly, the team management. What you are talking about, that managing the core committee members, allocating some responsibilities for them, resolving some conflicts, because whenever there is a team, there will be some conflicts here and there. And also to
100%.
keep the morale high. That's also very important.
Yeah,
Thirdly, event execution, because whenever we are going for an event, it starts from an ideation phase, then to the budgeting, then marketing of the event. We
yeah,
have to
yeah,
post the reels for the advertisements to get the reach,
yeah,
and also the logistics.
yeah,
So that's hands-on experience is a phenomenon. Then comes the stakeholder management, because whenever you are organizing some events, so you have a whole lot of stakeholders to manage, starting from the club mentors, from the student council, from other finance team, finance departments, the club committee heads, the other members. So there is really a huge responsibility. And it also gave us a collaborative platform for us, a collaborative work environment where each team member felt a sense of ownership, because I have to give that ownership to that team member.
100%, yeah.
I, as a president, is something else. Okay, I will have the job, but I have to delegate the things, the responsibilities to my team members, and everyone should feel that safe.
Yeah.
Because whenever I back my team members, they feel confident that yes, I can do.
Yeah.
Because
And
whenever
motivated,
some,
motivated too. No?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you have to keep them motivated, because it can happen that they are going through a tough phase of their life.
Yeah.
It can happen.
Yeah.
But whenever you have a arm around your shoulder, that okay, I am there for you, just go ahead. So that gives you that empathy, that accountability, that strength.
Yeah.
I think that these are the things which my team member have from my side also, and I have also got great support from them, because a leader is as good as its team.
Yeah. True that.
So I have got a great team from my side, from the all the PGTM guys were phenomenal. They just want a shot that okay, just tell us what to do, and we are ready for that. So
Yeah.
I think they had done a great job, and
Yeah.
I am really blessed.
Yeah. Yeah, so I
So
know
that's it.
to add on to that, actually, even I have had a few conversations with your teammates, right? And they have a very good feedback for you. I mean, how have you handled manager in whatever way, I think, and whatever you talked just now, it's all uh, a leadership quality, right? It's all leadership quality. Like you have to keep your teammates motivated. They need to be valued, right? It should not be like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
one-way conversation. You are just coming, hammering them, not taking feedbacks, not letting them do things, right? And I think that's how you also you or we go in the corporate world and we survive and we excel it, right?
yeah. It's the same thing, Aditya. The thing which we experience
Yeah,
first, it's just a gateway to the corporate,
yeah,
because we already had some experience in the corporates as well, two,
true,
3 years, 4 years experience,
true.
and that we can bring to the table, which is very important, because the PGDM guys who are coming as a fresher, they need someone or some team members, some experienced team members to guide them, because
Hmm.
they have that potential, they have that spark in them. Just they want a little bit of ignition from them. Bus, that's it,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and they can go and do wonders.
I can truly relate to it. Even when I was in the other committee, AdCom, so there also DM1 guys, they were very highly charged, motivated, but what they needed is they needed a pathway, right? And we
Yeah,
were coming from the corporate world, 2, 3, 4 years experience that you talked about. So I think we could give that edge to them, right? And that will really
yeah,
help.
sure.
That is how
Yeah,
it goes actually. All right, so we have
yeah,
touched upon these points. I think these are really important. I think this conversation itself is talking about how important is this to get a role in clubs and committees, right? When you are in campus, you are doing your academics, and at the same point in time, you are taking the taste of the corporate setup as well. You rightly talked about all those stuff. No?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
All right. So, how, like, a lot of people ask this question, how do you manage your academics with other responsibilities, and how did you manage your placement as well? Because a lot of folks are now contacted me at this point in time when just the course is just taken off, right? They're asking about what should I do, what should I read, shall I also, the question comes this way, shall I join any clubs or committees or not, because that will take much time. So how did you balance all these stuff, all these angles, aspects? Just in your word, I just want to know.
No. First of all, time management is the most important thing,
True.
whether it's be in the campus life, whether it be it's in the corporate life. Time management is the ultimate thing which you have to handle, because otherwise you have to. you have not got an experience to prioritize your work as well. So you have to do that thing as well. And secondly, to get into these clubs and committees, I think it's a very, what to say, it's a very golden opportunity for us to explore ourselves. These clubs usually have a structured selection process. Okay. So it starts from application, SOPs, task rounds, the final interviews and all. And as a president of the self-interest club, we look for passion for the creativity,
Yeah.
how much he or she is passionate. Event execution skills, whether he or she has got or not. Team spirit, it is most important because whenever, if you are not handling a very important task as well, you have to be a good team member to
Yeah.
support
Team
your
player.
members.
Mm.
Yeah, team player, it's a very important aspect. And also, most importantly, a hunger to create that impact beyond your CV, the social CV which you are sharing
Mm.
in the portal or the Google form. It creates value, but it does not have that much of impact. The
Yeah.
impact which you can bring
Yeah.
in a light situation, it's
Yeah.
very important one. Secondly, the common mistakes which they make is that always they focus too much on the resume building, on the academic, but
Mm.
they rely very little on adding value. Whatever the task, whether it's a minor or a major, you have to add some value so that people remember you that you have done this. Always, and also the generic SOPs which they share because it lacks the personal touch.
Yeah.
Mainly, many of the things have been now done in AI. So the thing is, which is very important, is that you have to get that personal touch.
Mm.
You have to be very passionate, and you should not overcome it
Yeah.
during the interview that I will do this, I will do that,
Yeah.
and ultimately under delivering the things.
Yeah.
It shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So this authenticity should be maintained. You should be honest to yourself, and you should align with the passion that you have with the club's vision. That's very important. And whether you are getting major task, minor task, or in the event planning, sponsorship, anything, you have to do it very diligently, balancing with your academics. Academics is a part, but it's just about the classroom theory. But
Yeah.
this clubs and committees gives you the stage for practically doing it.
Yeah.
Because whenever you are going out there and you are handling a team of 20, 25, 30 members, and along with that, you are organizing an event which is having an participation of around 150, 170, or 200 people. So it commands a good man management skill, a good leadership skill, as well as it's not for talking about this vice president and president or the secretary roles.
Mm.
I'm not talking about that. It's accountability.
Yeah.
It's the ownership which you have got.
Yeah.
So these are the things. So I would suggest all the aspirants, all the MBA aspirants to at least register themselves for all the clubs and committees and at least go for one so that you can rediscover yourself, the hidden talents which you have got, whether
Yeah.
it's in the social media, whether it's in the public speaking, whether it's in the management skill, it will be an awesome journey for you.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of experience which I have got, and basically, which what happened to me is that I had been the accidental president, which also I shared in my LinkedIn story as well. That I have
Yeah.
been a accidental president because I was not in the candidature list at first, and after that, one of our team member back. So for that reason,
Yeah.
he withdrew his nomination. So after that, I gave my nomination, and eventually I got a majority vote and I got elected.
Oh,
So
great,
yeah,
great.
it's been a very surprising one for me as well this year,
Yeah.
but I truly
Despite being
enjoyed
a
this year.
despite being an accidental president, you have made this much impact. That's in volume there, right? So I'm not sure what could have happened when you were intentionally being a president, wanting to go as a president role. Okay, all right, all right. So I think we have touched upon almost everything. So far it is related to your clubs and committees. How did you do and everything. Any personal experience? I mean, how this like leading clubs or this 1 year journey have shaped you and now made you ready for the corporate hustle and for all the upcoming hurdles maybe or all the achievements? How would you summarize that?
Mm, Yeah, this thing is a somewhat a tricky question. I would say that
Yeah,
because handling these clubs and committees as well. So whenever there was a all club committees meeting, or whether we are meeting for the CREST, that is our annual management fest, or winter business conference, where I had been spoke for both the events.
yeah,
So there, as a in a personal growth, yeah, it transformed me both personally and professionally. Because from a leadership point of view, I can navigate this ambiguity that whether there are some problems or not, internal problems, or I can also manage multiple stakeholders at a time to
yeah,
lead through these challenges. First. Secondly, the stakeholder alignment, crisis management, which is a very important one because everything is going smooth and you are leading the club and committee. It's a different matter. But whenever there is a crisis, there is a challenge in front of us. So how you are confronting that and
yeah,
how you are stepping up
mm,
to have to handle this situation. That's a very important thing. Another one is that this rich storytelling capability, which is
yeah,
very important,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think. It's very important because whenever you are addressing a group of people, he or she should be motivated enough to listen to you.
yeah,
If because attention is the most precious thing in this world.
yeah,
You have whenever you are captivating attention of one person. I think that's the most important thing because you are buying his or her time,
time,
which is very important. Which is very important, Aditya.
yeah,
So while leading these clubs and committees, while handling these multiple events throughout the year, I had learned so much. Along with this, there are some underrated skills as well because creative problem solving or whether the event marketing. You are organizing an event, but if you don't market it,
yeah,
or even if you are not going to advertise it, people won't know.
yeah,
So the level of marketing or advertising we had done for section work for Harry Potter and the Chamber of the
yeah.
Business Secrets, the
And these
way we
all
had
were
done it, we had
successful.
scaled up.
Yeah, these all were very
Yeah,
successful.
so you have to grab that attention. So this conflict management, emotional intelligence, these will be a part and parcel of this role.
Yeah,
But you have to get these things right. And in this also helped in my placement process as well because I had a lot of stories to share
yeah,
with my interviewer.
yeah,
Whenever he is asking me that whether you can do it, I already had that thing in my hand
yeah,
that yes, I had already done it. It's
yeah,
just it's just a cakewalk for me.
yeah,
If you were because what you are rehearsing in the campus, you
yeah,
are
yeah,
just going to reflect that in the corporate life as well.
yeah, yeah,
So I think most importantly, I learned that this true leadership is not about taking the spotlight to myself. It's
hmm,
about creating a stage for
yeah,
others to shine,
exactly.
to bring up the next gen leadership. I think that's the way I have thought about it.
Yeah, great. Whenever I hear you, I think I don't know. I get a vibe of leadership, right? I have been there in your meetings sometimes as well when you were taking meetings with your buddies, right? Your colleagues. So there also, I feel that vibe. Not many has this, right? This kind of actually, and you talked about rightly said about attention. Everybody is running towards attention. You see the lot of great companies, Google, all these companies, what they do, they are just selling the attention only, right? Attention quality
Yeah,
they're selling. So even marketing, the attention is there. Main focus is attention, right?
it's all about grabbing attention
Like
of the
having
folks.
attention and
That's the
buying
thing.
buying others' time. Yeah, that's all. And that is why people pay so much, right? And also you said you should treat clubs and committees as laboratory, and that's truly yeah, correct. Because whatever you
That's
learn
true.
on campus, you go and exercise all those things in clubs and committees. Let's say you are reading HR, let's say you're reading going through OB, right? So you can actually practice those things in your clubs and committees. And
Yeah,
you
yeah,
rightly said in placement it becomes a very cakewalk. path, right? Because you don't have to make your own stories. You have the stories. It's just the flow. It'll go in a flow. It's just naturally coming there. You
Yeah,
need not do to make stories, right? And a lot of folks,
no, you
Swamiji,
have
yeah,
you don't have to make any stories because these
yeah,
stories are right in front of your hand.
yeah,
You just have to deliver
yeah,
it in the right way, in the right
yeah.
moment. Plus,
Yeah.
that's it.
An interviewer can easily catch that, right? If you're making up, it means you are going to get caught. And that's how it
Yeah,
goes. So I think
that's
we have talked in volume about the importance of clubs and committees and how you excel this journey and what transformation it has been. So that would be the end of this interview. I think we have touched upon almost everything. And with that, I just want to tell you thank you so much, Soumyajit, for this interview, for your time here. And you really shared few things that is even motivating for me, right? Though I was also on the same journey. You talked about attention and laboratory, these two words I'll carry forward from this interview. And I think many of the viewers also, whosoever are aspiring to go for MBA and are in MBA doing something there in the
yeah.
journey, they can
Just
also
just
benefit.
one thing I want to add,
Yep.
Aditya, is
Hmm.
that MBA is not about always the academics. It's
Yeah.
not about in the classroom.
Hmm.
It's all about blending with the personal experience, experiential learning outside of the classrooms as well.
Yeah.
Because the things which you get outside of the classroom while dealing with people, you will not get this chance while reading only textbook. It
100%.
cannot happen. It cannot happen. These group activities, these groups, study groups and all, these all gives us a platform to make us comfortable with people. If you ultimately you have to handle team,
Yeah.
and this is the thing which you are getting.
Yeah. True. 100%. All right, so that's all about today's episode. Thank you so much. If you think that it is adding some value to you, do subscribe, like, and share my channel as well. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Good night, or whatever time it
Thank
is.
you.
Good